Bruh, get that camera out of my face. But hell,
What's going to be the key to you on beating them Monday night?
just stopping their passing game. They got a real good quarterback, good receiving core, and a great O-line. So, I mean, I think just all keys of the defense have to work together to be able to stop these guys. They're really good, and just like we are. So I think it's going to be a great matchup.
Agreed.
Huh? I'm chilling. You crazy.
Hi, Ron. Maria McAvoy, Philadelphia Inquirer. So I was talking to one of your teammates a bit ago, Keon. He mentioned you as kind of one of his mentors. How have you seen him grow over the past few years?
I mean, you start off at the beginning of the season. I was out, and so me and Makari were out. So Keon and Q were the guys, stepping up and taking in a role. And I mean, Keon's been excelling ever since he touched the field. You saw his pick six against Minnesota, and then he's just been making plays every time he steps on the field. And I just think just us pushing him each and every day, especially with having four safeties in the room, it just makes everyone in the room greater. So I think that's what it is.
Been a healthy competition, right?
Yep.
So where do you think that drive comes from?
You talking about just us competing with each other?
Both
Or
you, all y'all and Keon.
I think it just comes from just wanting to play. I mean, it's everyone's dream to play, especially for this team in the national championship right now. And I think going into summer, going into camp, we knew how great this team could be. And I think it was just a drive of wanting to be out on the field and contributing to a team like this. And, I mean, I think everyone has their own why of why they play football and why they want to be great. So I think that's another part of it, too.
What makes this year different?
I think it's just a lot of the things that's going against us right now, and just everyone on the team coming together and buying into everything. I think right after we lost to TCU, everyone bought in to just the goal of getting to the national championship, and every day from then on, we just been going at it and just being together through everything.
Hey, Rod. I want to ask you, Washington's receiver core loves to throw the 50-50 ball. They love to really put the pressure on the defensive backs, on the safeties. What have you seen from them this game and in your preparation? How excited are you to go up against, arguably one of the best receiver cores in the country?
I'm excited to do it just like I was excited last week. Everyone said it was a big challenge with Alabama and their deep threats, and I think it's the same thing, just in a different way. They have a different offensive attack, especially with throwing the ball. They spread the ball out a lot more. So I think it's just going to be a money game just for the back end, especially Will going against number one, and then number two as well. The whole receiving core is really good, and I think it's just an opportunity to be great just in the back end and throwing off the quarterback.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand by as the Michigan players rotate podiums.
Throwing off the quarterback, he's a really good quarterback. I think it's the best quarterback we see all year. And he's on time with every throw he throws, and we just have to give him different looks and do what we do the best.
Ron, I'm curious, given what happened with the Big Ten this year and the conference coming in and not having you guys back and then suspending the coach, all that, how does it make you feel that now the conference and people can kind of claim Michigan's success and say, oh, look at what the Big Ten did, when they kind of weren't exactly supporting that?
I mean, I like it. I think it's just like a way of life. Everyone was against you at one point, and I mean, we make it to the national championship, so the narrative flips. and it just makes us feel great that, especially when they took Coach Harbaugh from us against Penn State, and we didn't even know they were going to do it, and then just now everyone rooting for us, it just feels great as a team.
Having a month to prepare for Alabama, just kind of sitting and overanalyzing their film and their team. Now you just have a normal game week, 7 days to prepare for Washington, almost 2 days away now. Has that been better for you guys? Does that feel more comfortable? You have a normal game week finally preparing for Washington versus having to sit and just overanalyze on that Alabama team for so long?
Having that long to analyze Alabama really was a benefit. It was a lot of things that I could see on the field that we saw the entire week of preparation. And just going back into a normal game week, I think I like it better just because it's right there. You're not really being anxious and waiting up until the game all those days. Honestly, if you want to be honest, it kind of got tired just practicing every day for 3 weeks. And I'm just happy that we get to go out on Monday, especially it being a national championship and it being a regular week. I think, we don't have school either, so you still get a lot more preparing time. And I think it's still going to be a real good benefit to be able to do that.
With all that pressure on the team and the coaches and the players, just all this spotlight on you guys, and for a month straight, just constantly in the media, have you guys been able to prioritize your mental health and that mental strength as well as that physical strength for these games and almost at the end here?
You said how have we? I think it's not really a lot to really process your mental health with doing this. It's what we do every year around. So we're just happy to be here. I think that's what it was, especially getting back, especially considering what happened last year and coming back to the national championship. And the week before, it was just an opportunity to be able to go play an SEC team. And you saw everybody talking about how we couldn't hang with the SEC. So I think just mentally, it was the best because we could, tell ourselves we're gonna prove everyone wrong, what we've been doing all year.
Hey Rod, how much do you know about the '97 Michigan National Championship team, or how much have you learned about them throughout your season and being prepared for them?
We've learned a lot. They brought it up a lot because that's the last time we won a national championship. And I know that team was a great team. And I know some members of the team said if we win this game, we'll be the best Michigan team that's ever came through Michigan. But a lot of people compare us to that team. But I just hope that we can go out and do that and mimic that '97 team.
Obviously, every program the last few years are trying to figure out how they're going to utilize NIL. And I'm curious how you feel about how Michigan's done it. It seems like Michigan's not going after the 17-year-old kid who hadn't proven anything and throwing a bunch of money at them. And I'm curious how you think that's helped Michigan's locker room and culture still thrive in this new era.
Honestly, like it because you look around the country, there's a lot of guys getting, from 100,000 to up to 1 million, and it's depending on who you are coming out of high school. And sometimes that could tear a team apart if you see someone else getting a lot of money and you're like, oh, I'm doing as much as he's doing, then I should be able to get the money. But I think it benefits Michigan because it keeps the team as a whole, and really our main goal is to win. It's not really to come and get paid, and if you win and you do what you're supposed to do, you're going to get paid. So I think that's just what makes it best that Michigan does, because I know a lot of transfers come to the school asking about the money and stuff. And me personally, I've never been about that, trying to get paid. If you do what you're supposed to do, you're going to get paid. So I'm not really, bought into that NIL thing.
One of your teammates described Jesse Minter as a wizard, as a play caller. And I was curious, how would you describe him as a
I would say a wizard and ballsy when it's down to it. You saw what he called the last play of the game against Alabama. He sent the all-out blitz. So I love Coach Minter. He calls the right plays at the right time. It's just the matter if you execute it, and if you execute it, it'll be the great call. And I just like how he demands great out of everyone, out of the staff, out of everyone that's even on the field. It doesn't matter who you are. And, yeah.
Ron, you were a freshman in 2021, and you guys played Washington at the Big House with the Maze out. Do you get the sense that this has kind of come full circle? That was kind of when, you guys started getting good again. It was 2021. You guys won. You went to the playoff, you won the Big Ten. Do you get the sense that that this is coming full circle of playing Washington again now?
A little bit. I mean, I remember that game very vaguely because I played a little bit, but it was probably the second game of my freshman year, so I wasn't playing as much. But I know some of the guys on that team and on this team are still on the team, so just to be able to play them again is going to feel real great, especially them being in the Big Ten next year. We play them again next year. I believe it's week 2, I believe, or week 3, something around there. But I think it's going to be great. It'll really fire up the game for next year.
Ryan, what do these receivers, what type of challenges do they present, and maybe how much of a different look will it be compared to anyone you face this year?
They're a lot. As a core, they're bigger than what we've seen, like taller, I would say. They're really crafty. All of them are real crafty. Some of them have speed, and I just think that the quarterback really helps them a lot with the way he places the ball and where he places the ball, and they know how to track it and catch it and just get open. And I think just having a full receiver core that we have to cover, I think it's going to present a challenge for sure, but I think we're ready for it, and I know the back end is just looking at this as another opportunity to be great.
Let's go. Your initial interpretation of Michael Penix, obviously, former Indiana guy, now over at Washington. What does he bring to the game that will challenge you guys, and what have you gone through this week to prepare for him?
He brings more of he's a very smart quarterback. Like he can use his legs, but I think more of his threat is with his arms and his brains because, he knows where to go with the ball, like I said earlier. And if you show him something, he's going to expose you. So I think just him being very, very smart and very good at the position that he plays. I was really surprised that he wasn't up there with the Heisman or just the top quarterbacks in the country. And I just think that him being like I said, smart and having the receivers that he has it just all comes together. You got a question?
Hey there, how's it going on?
Good.
You've had a chance, a couple big bowls in a row. Consider this a bowl, I think it is. What's been the favorite kind of gift that you've gotten from all the swag that they give you all?
I'll probably say one of the Jordan sweatsuits that we got. It was like a kind of windbreaker material. It's tan colored. That one, and the shoes. What were those? 3s? Yeah, the 3s that we got. Yeah.
Hey Rod, big fan of yours. Been watching for a couple years. I just got a simple question. What's your pregame song that really gets you in that mode?
It's a couple. I'll probably say "In and Out" by Love Fo.
Great song. What's your favorite interception you got against?
Ohio State.
Ohio State?
Or my first one against Colorado.
Yeah, that's very, something very, you mean a lot to you.
This time, go. Yeah, I do.
Take that cup too. The soup there. Take the cup.
Appreciate it. Good. Are we still
We
waiting?
just did like rehab this week or anything else. Quick turnaround.
We practice.
Yeah, we had to.
Yeah. We have one day off.
Question, another hard hitting question.
Roderick,
Yes.
fan, long time caller. So we don't really get the chance to talk to a lot of Ohio guys that come to Michigan or not. We just want to ask you, how does it feel in a game winning catch while also being Ohio native?
feels great, you know, especially being able to do that against Ohio State. And like you said, I'm from Ohio, and I mean, when I was getting recruited by Michigan and I committed here, everybody told me we would never beat Ohio State, and being able to call a game against them, I mean, it's an unreal feeling. Tyler, you funny. All the way probably till about 8th, 9th grade, but then I was a Georgia fan, and then we ended up losing to them.
Rod, what has Ernest brought to the defense this year? You guys had 2 linebackers coming back who played a lot of snaps, but I know he's served a big role in the rotation.
Say that, who?
Ernest.
Ernest.
Yeah. I'm learning that if you guys call him Ernest, he's like, what, or something? That's
We call him Ern.
What's he brought?
He's brought a lot of. I would say he brought a lot of depth. Last year we didn't have any of that back in the linebacker room, and when one went down, you could tell. But I mean, bro, he's been great, especially when he first came in from the summer. He's just been a hard worker and did everything he wanted to do to play. And he spends countless hours in the film room, and you can see it come out on the field. And Ernest is going to be a great player. And I sometimes forget that he's a sophomore, and he has 2 more years of eligibility, so he's going to be a great player here for sure.
It sounds like he's just a heck of a character on
Mm-hmm.
the field, too. So what's he like there?
But Ernest is funny. It's really hard to describe. You just gotta be around him. If you're around him for an hour, you're gonna get probably a whole bunch of laughs around him. But yeah, Ernest is a great guy. He's super funny. Yep. Oh my gosh, Iman.
Harbaugh, how you doing today?
Good, Iman.
What are the key to victories to beat Washington?
Stopping the receivers and the quarterback, and getting pressure on the quarterback.
That's great.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Good luck to you, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, 5 minutes are remaining in the Michigan media session. 5 minutes are remaining.